Oh man, here we go. They're all behind me now. I slowed them all up. I sort of slowed down thinking it was the last lap. He's in my drive. He's going left. He's on the left still. Got to give him the room. I can't just pull over. Oh, I'm going to get bloody zonted. No. Yes. Tucked in the... Oh, that was a big one. Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome back to another video. True sim racing simps will watch this video in the play button. So in today's video, I'm going to be revisiting Automobilista 2, a game that I don't really do much content with, honestly. And the reason why that is because I don't really enjoy driving it that much. It's not really a game that delivers what I'm looking for in a simulator. But the reason that I do come back to this game every now and then is because of immersion. You guys might know from previous videos, but my ideal sim racing experience is in VR with all the HUD off and just putting myself in the car, almost fooling my body and myself that I'm actually there in the car at that moment in that race. And Automobilista 2 is my go-to sim for that specific experience. Quite specific, isn't it? And with the recent release of a couple of cars for AMS2, including Group C cars, which I feckin' love, alongside classic Spa. I think Spa is like the one circuit that every sim racer can agree is decent or good or fun. So I thought it was a great excuse to break out my sort of retro Formula 1 / prototype wheel and do the thing that AMS2 does better than any other simulator and put myself in a Group C car at Spa and just enjoy it. Just immerse myself and take you guys along for the ride. And as always, if you do enjoy the video at any point and you want to see more stuff like this, then feel free to hit that like button. You can subscribe as well. We are slowly making our way towards 700,000 subscribers, which is a lot. And if you have any comments or constructive criticism, then feel free to hit me up in the comments below. So the car we're going to be using is the Porsche 962C, and you might have guessed that I sort of like this car a little bit because I literally spent 3 years trying to beat a lap time in a Assetto Corsa with the 962C. Such a good use of time, Jimmy. Just great use of your time here on Earth. Well done, mate. And we're going to be driving at the historic Spa and, of course, using the thunderstorm conditions because I don't like driving in the dry in AMS, to be honest. I much prefer driving in the wet because it does that a lot better. So, Group C car in the wet with like 800 horsepower, no traction control, no ABS, manual gear stick, and probably no power steering either. Proper lads racing this, proper lads. Let's. Oh yeah, we're using VR too because VR is best. Right then. Here we are. Start of the race at Spa. Engine on, please. There you go. Just about got that turned on there. I stalled for a second. And away we go for 6 laps. I think 7 laps. I forget how many laps. And amount of laps at historic Spa. And already I made the mistake of going to the following the car through the source. Big traffic jam through here on the first lap. We're going to try and go around the outside a bit here. No, didn't quite work out. And then smash the throttle down the hill. And immediately we are just met with a wall of spray. I can see the lights going up over Rouge, but I can't see when to turn in this. I'm going to just follow the guy in front. Try and make our way through there safely. Just about manage it. Hanging back a little bit through there just to make sure I can see where I'm going. I'm not an AI, unfortunately. And now again, just following the lights. Look at that. Zero visibility as we go up towards Lake I'm going to brake nice and early, not to run into the back of someone. I know there's a big patch of water there on the inside, so I'm going to avoid it. Try and maybe gain a couple of places. We're still running in last place, which is 20th at the moment. Around the outside here. There, I'll run onto the curb a little bit by a fellow Rothman's car. And now I'm going to send her around the outside here at Rivage. Lots of grip round here. Or I should say, not very much grip on the inside there. Not very much grip on the outside either, but there's more. Up on the curve there. Got to be careful on the curves here. They aren't like the modern curves here at Spa. They are cliffs. Touching them is a big no-no. Just glancing at the mirror. I know there's a car there somewhere. And now we go through Pouon. Very, very just light rolling the car through in 4th gear on the first lap. Just trying to find my way through. Big curve there on the inside. Don't want to touch that. Can't really see it though, so it doesn't matter. Now the pit path. Oh, a little bit of a lock on the way. I had to pump the brakes a tiny bit on the way in there. But making good progress. Again, taking the outside line. You can sort of get away with doing that in AMS2. I'll get into that in a second for all you nerds out there, because I know you want to hear about it. And now, Stablo 1 and Stablo 2, softly on the way out. Probably take 4th gear here. big puddle of water right on the inside as well, so you don't want to hug the curb. Touching that curb on the outside, check our mirrors. We've got someone not too close, we're okay. Now coming up to one of the scariest corners on the track in these conditions, because it's a lift just about in 5th gear at 180 mile an hour as we turn her in, hitting a bit of water on the inside there, just about collecting it on the exit, and now into the old school bus stop. Awesome bit of track this, and the car on the inside dead. Didn't see that coming. Through the first part, the second part, just when can you get the traction down? Oh, there you go, there it is. And that's a lap of historic Spa in a Group C car in the pouring rain. And again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. AMS2 just delivers in this condition. It reminds me a lot of Project Cars 2, of course. In my mind, Project Cars 2, oh sorry, I should say AMS2 is what Project Cars 3 should have been. Really. Just the experience of just smashing one of these cars around the circuit in this condition, whilst not entirely realistic, I'd imagine, because we have, you know, I'm not exactly traction limited that much, where I kind of should be in these conditions, but the experience of being hunkered down and not being able to see a thing when there's cars buzzing all around you. The guy goes up the inside there, big wet puddle there on the inside, he won't be able to overtake me, so I'll just drive around the outside, thank you very much. And then this bolts of lightning in the distance too, just makes you really feel like you're Batman, you know. But let's get into how this thing drives and how it handles, because you know what I like the immersion, I like the feeling of being in the car, but really, that's about as far as it goes, is visually. I mean, it's a bit slippy in the wet, as you can probably see, it's not exactly easy to drive, but 3rd gear, got my foot down, an 800 horsepower car, and it just pulls out the corner like it's nothing. And these things didn't have the smoothest turbos either, they were pretty big chunky turbos. So again, 4th gear out the corner, full throttle. I should be looped. They're quite friendly to drive, these cars, a bit too friendly I'd say, but that doesn't mean they're not enjoyable. Whilst not 100% realistic, you can still have a lot of fun with them as well. And you can see that I'm attempting to avoid a few of these sort of, oh geez, hello friend. I'm attempting to avoid the inside a little bit here, because there's these big puddles of water, and that's sort of how AMS2 forces the wet line. It goes, well, we can't quite simulate, although I don't think they do anyway, what a proper wet track is like to drive, so we sort of game it a little bit by saying, well, you can't take the normal dry line because there's a big puddle there, that'll force you off, which is kind of similar-ish to how it would feel in real life, driving over the dry line. Bit slow there, it's okay. 2nd gear, can really use the gears to slow down quite easily here. And now for the bus stop again. Not really anywhere to overtake here, got to just follow through, single file. Bit slippy through there when you touch the curb though. But 3rd gear out of there again, full throttle. It's just a little bit too easy to drive this thing. This version of Spa though is awesome. I love that the people are still making these Spa. Sorry dude, not intentional, just friendly. But this view down the hill, look how cool this is. Chuck it in, hope it sticks. You do wrestle your way through there. I know, it's a bit like Project Cars 2 that for a moment you can think, hell, I'm doing this. That wet patch is moving slightly, which is nice for us to sort of deal with. It seems to be AI running it over and sort of dissipating the water a bit so I can take a tighter line. Come on, easy on the brakes. That is something you do have to be careful with though in the wet, is the brakes. These things don't have any ABS. Traction might be fairly easy to come by, but on the brakes it's still very, very easy to lock them all up and just sort of slide on a little bit. You can recover. Cheeky, thank you very much. Block pass style, baby. Oh god. I say block pass, I actually hit him. Too much karting. And for the first time we can kind of see where we're going a little bit. I say kind of because we're going to probably get onto the back of someone again soon and get back into the spray. Again, like 3rd gear, full throttle. It's just a little bit too easy. And this is why I sort of don't play AMS2 as much. I play it for this sort of experience. You know, this feeling of VR in the wet. It's awesome. It really is. I can't say enough good things about this. But from a perspective of someone who likes driving these Group C cars as the raw, untamed BC side, it kind of feels like you're getting a light version of that with AMS2, or the version of the car anyway. And the reason why I say these things, you know, I say I don't quite like this and I wish this could be better, it's because that's what I want. And I'm sure the guys at Racer are really pushing to try and get these things feel as kind of believable as possible, but they just feel a bit easy, I think is the way to put it. And that's not to say hard equals sim. I don't know, it just needs that a little bit more, I think. It's a little bit more. You know, believe in the player a little bit more. Checking the mirrors. Quite a big look at the mirrors here, but we're okay down the straight. And now, again, just trying to find my braking zone. And that water on the inside there, the first part of Lake Como is now pretty much gone. So we can really start getting closer to the inside there. And in that sense, the adaptive wet environment on the circuit is actually quite decent in AMS2. How stuff changes and moves around. I think this and ACC do it best. Uh-oh. Oh god, I really got a bit too excited there coming out of Ravage. Hello, friend, don't worry. That curb is slippy though. She do be kind of slippy. I was on the inside. Make it stick, make it stick, make it stick. Just about. Sent it around the outside. Fourth gear through there, just touching on the throttle ever so slightly. Oh, he's still there, the cheeky bastard. That's a no from me, Chief. Got to run it round. We'll have the inside for the second part of the chicane. This guy in front's definitely helping us a little bit, so I'm going to try and get around the outside here at Stavlo 1. Third gear is best gear. He'll still be there on the inside. Big paddle there, though. I'll let him have it if he wants it. And we are through. Nice. That was a nice couple of corners there. I can't quite get Blanchimont right yet because I don't even know where it bloody is. I can't see it. Oh, there's a car there on the inside. Hello, friend. Oh my god, I got the tag you do not want. Hello, bloody hell, there he is. So the last thing you want is a guy coming back at you at that part of the course at that speed. That's mad. Third gear early, straight line it. God damn it, fourth gear. Weakest part of the circuit for me is probably going through here. That paddle on the inside again getting dissipated ever so slightly as we go on. Watch out for the curb, back on the throttle in fifth. Rolling over the top, it feels like. It just feels like for me, whenever I drive AMS2, I just find myself wanting it to be a bit more than it is. Right there, I went from fifth to second gear by mistake, and I wasn't punished for it. The car didn't kick out at all. You know, that was a genuine mistake on my behalf, and that should have sent me into the barrier, really. AI a bit slow through Ravage, so I can sort of catch back up again. Oh, I tried a clutch kick there. I'm going to send her up the inside, thinking about it. It made that stick that time. And then just accelerate into the apex. Oh, he's right on my bumper. Things don't really have bumpers though. Set it up the inside. Again, there's a bit of wet bit there. Don't want to touch that. You do that, you go straight on. Am I going to try this again? This kind of worked last time around. Am I going to get bullied on the straight again? You see there, I was going off there, I was understeering, and I turned the wheel more, and the car turned more. That's something else I don't really quite get about AMS2 as well, is you can sort of save yourself from understeering by steering more. And I've noticed that across a lot of cars, not just this one. You can hear the wheels scrubbing as you do it, which tells me I shouldn't be doing that, but it's like, yeah, okay, you're good. You're good, you're fine. Come on. Oh! But that little moment there, transitioning into the last part of the bus stop, is just glorious. You know, I want to sort of end off this video with somewhat of a positive, because I don't like to do videos where I sit and say sort of bad things or there's criticisms for a game without giving it some positives either. And again, if you're the sort of person, right, that loves just to lose themselves in the simulator, you know, in the full sense of the word, where you're actually simulating the experience, not necessarily the out and out, you know, physical simulation, but the actual experience of sitting in a car like this, you know, going back 20 years or so to a circuit, or nearly 30 years now, I should say, sorry, I'm getting old, to a circuit that doesn't exist in this form anymore, in cars that don't race anymore, in the weather that they definitely wouldn't race in today, and get that actual feeling. AMS2 is kind of unparalleled in that. It's the thing that this game does best. It does it better than any other simulator. And then there's stuff like that, where you get away with shit. I've just realised there are no salvos in this race. I am good at setting up races. Who needs salvos when you have a superior prototype anyway? Come on. Ah, come on. Is that it? Is that it? No, I think we're still going. And I think I just gained loads of places. I thought that was the checkered flag. It's kind of hard to tell. I guess we've got one more lap. Oh man, here we go. They're all behind me now. I slowed them all up. I sort of slowed down thinking it was the last lap. He's in my draft. He's going left. He's on the left still. Got to give him the room. I can't just pull over. Oh, I'm going to get bloody zonted. No, 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 no. Anti-zonter deployed. Just about got out of that one okay. But there's the draft all the way up the hill. No wonder that overspeed was so massive. Making our way to the front of the field. Very slowly. Come on, Porky boy. Shouldn't have been on that curve there. Oh, he just gave me the room. I thought he was going to turn on me for sure. I mean, get the run out of the corner as well. He's on the wet stuff. On the slippy stuff on the outside on the racing line. We were on the inside. Made it work. Really light on the brakes into that second part. That's what happens when you touch the water there. You just go straight on. Or you have to just tiptoe through it. It's mad. Even on these wet tyres. Come on, you. Go, go, go. Oh, a little bit of a nudge. Just a friendly nudge. Just a kiss. It's in the slow stuff. Oh, yes. Absolutely did him dirty there. Forced him into the water on the inside. I'll take that place, sunshine. There we go. Big testicle bit. Oh, my testicles are small. But we made it through, though. Smash it through the chicane for the last time. Oh, I tried to go too fast through there. I think it's the last time anyway. Looking for the checkered flag. Was that it? I don't even know, guys. Am I still racing? No one's stopped yet. Okay, so that definitely was a checkered flag, because these guys are just cruising around now, but mad. Absolutely mad. These cars in these conditions, this version of a circuit in AMS, whilst not, 100% realistic from a sim point of view, that doesn't always have to be the way you judge things or drive things. I mean, for me, it does matter, because I'm a bit of a nerd that way, but I still really enjoy this experience in AMS2, and I maintain the Automobilista 2 does this better, this experience, this feeling of driving a car, better than any other simulator on the market. And this actual immersive fooling yourself to being in the car, there's no one else who has figured it out the way these guys have on this engine. God, I forget how hot and sweaty you get in VR. Wearing the boxer heat in your face is my favourite. But yeah, to reiterate, doing that sort of stuff in AMS2 is what I use the sim for, to be honest. And it's just a really cool, fun experience. Is it the most realistic experience you can have? No, not really. The cars don't feel like I would expect them to. But to have yourself transported to early 90s Spa in a car that is just awesome and a ton of fun to drive in VR, in the wet, and kind of feel like you're there, this game does that the best, 100%. But guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to tap that like button, subscribe, do all that nice stuff. And as always, a massive thank you to my patrons and channel members for supporting everything I do. Take care, have an awesome day. I'll see you all next time.